So, Man City welcome Tottenham Hotspur to the Etihad in what I'll call the biggest fixture in the English Premiership, Week 14 in the English Premiership. It was a very interesting match, yeah. Spurs against Man City. We know Postecoglou has had a lot to say in recent weeks. Just do it, mate. No, it's going to stick to his attacking philosophy. He's not going to twist regardless of the suspensions and injuries. Let's see how true he can stay to his words, because for me, talk is cheap. People can say all kinds of things, but their actions will actually rat them out. So it should be very interesting. Before we progress in this conversation, in this preview of the Man City versus Tottenham game, do me that kind of favor by striking a like on the video. If you're here to do that, strike a like on the video, subscribe, and lastly, don't forget to turn on your notification bell. Very, very important. So let's look at the form table of both teams. Now, right there, now in the last 5 games, you can see right there on the screen, Man City have won 3 and they've drawn 2 out of their last 5 games. Tottenham Hotspur have won 2 and lost 3 of their last 5 games. Now, on the table, you can see right there, Man City have played 13 games, 9 wins, 2 draws, 2 losses, 29 points, 20 goals difference. Now, Spurs, they've played 13 games, 8 wins, 2 draws, and 3 losses, right? 26 points and 8 goal difference. Not too bad. Key players, according to the statistics, right? Erling Haaland had 14 goals and 3 assists. Son has 8 goals and 1 assist. So you can see there's some kind of disparity between both teams. Tottenham have lost their last 3 matches. They lost to Chelsea, Wolves, and they lost to who did they lose to last week? I'm trying to remember right now. I'm having a brain freeze. I know they lost their last game, right? So we'll see whether Postecoglou will continue to hold up this attacking philosophy of his, because I think it's kind of hypocritical, especially coming from the Spurs fans. I remember how they criticize aggressively, sometimes rightly so, uh, Conte and Mourinho for playing 5 at the back sometimes, or being overly defensive when they play the mid-table teams, because they have players to play attacking football, which I understand. Now, on the inverse, on the flip side, how come you're praising Postecoglou, who should be adjusting based on the fact that he has a few suspensions and injuries? Now, your first choice center halves, one is injured, one is out of suspension, Romero and Van der Beek, right? Then Udogie is a 50-50. Sa is out of the midfield. We know Besuma was suspended for the last match. He should be back, but we know Sa is out. Madison is out. Richarlison is out. So we have 5 to 6 key players who helped you in the first 9 games of the season to play attacking, aggressive, pressing football. But you have 6 of those players out. You know the players coming in for those players do not have the quality of those 6 players. You cannot continue to play that attacking football. You have to adjust. So I find it very hypocritical that Spurs fans were aggressive criticizing Conte, right, for being overly defensive when he had players to play attacking football, but are praising Postecoglou for being overly attacking, even though he doesn't have the attacking players to prosecute the kind of style he's playing. It doesn't make sense. You can't do that. You can't do that. The logic is flawed. I like his attacking philosophy. I think it's great for football. It's great entertainment to watch, but it's still a result-oriented game. You still want points on board. Now, going to Man City, I want to say if he's going to attack Man City, because if you look at the Man City midfield, Bernardo Silva, very creative, Haaland up front, very quick, very tall, very little in front of goal. I would love to see how Postecoglou can actually carry out this audacious approach, because it's very audacious, because Davids and the other inferior defenders are going to bring in are not the same quality for that they can't even match the same quality of his first choice. Now, even though when Spurs have their fully full team playing at Man City, regardless of they've had good times at Man City, right? Beating them with Hurricane. Hurricane is no more there. That was an X factor. It's no more there. I don't see them still beating Man City. I know Man City look like they're a bit weaker this season. You can see there is a chink in the armor. They considered 4 goals against Chelsea. They've drawn their last 2 games, but you can say there's something there that you can actually attack Man City. But regardless, they still have quality in their ranks. So it should be very interesting. No, there are some of the. Let me show you something they said during the press conference a few hours ago regarding the Man City game. Okay, we may not come out on top, but we are going to have a crack at it for sure. He's still sticking to his guns, and I like that. I like people who like to stick to what they mean, and I like to say now whether he will get it done is a different conversation. I don't think you get it done. I'm sorry. I don't think the defense at the midfield of Tottenham Hotspur at this time can actually negate the attacking prowess and the midfield intricacies of Man City. They don't. Man City are still superior in defense to Tottenham Hotspur, in the midfield to Tottenham Hotspur, and in the attack. Tottenham Hotspur on the other side, they have a few suspensions and injuries. So that, for me, has taken a lot out of them. And if this manager insists, he's still going to play that attacking, aggressive, pressing football. We saw in the last two games, if you watch closely, in the last two games, they run out of gas and steam in the 60th minute because they've pressed so much, they've been overly aggressive, and there's nothing left in the tank. Yeah. When you press that much and you're overly aggressive and you do not score, it takes a lot out of you. Especially when the players you are playing with, right, are not of the quality of the players you started the season with, because some of them are injured. So the fact that they're going to continue to play this high line, high tempo, aggressive style, and if they do not score and they are conceding, it's going to take a lot out of them. So if you're asking for prediction, I think Man City is going to win this game. I'm not saying it's impossible based on antecedent for Spurs not to actually upset or usurp Man City at the Etihad. It's very, very possible. This is football. Things are very possible. But is it probable? I don't think so, based on the logic of the players at hand of both teams. If you look at it logically, there is no way Spurs should actually even get a point. If they get a point, they're extremely lucky. Extremely lucky, unless Man City have a body in the office. So for me, I think Man City, I will love a draw. And I actually love the fact that even though I don't like Spurs, I'm analyzing this game objectively. I'll love it from an Arsenal bias point for Spurs to win so that they can take points off Man City. But logically, let's look at it. It's not looking like that. It's not looking like that. So let me know what you think in the comment section. Do you think Spurs have any chance to actually upset Man City at the Etihad? Or do you think it will be a beatdown, especially if Postecoglou persists with this aggressive attacking style? Let me know in the comment section. Don't forget to like the video. Very, very important. Subscribe here to subscribe. And lastly, make sure you turn on your notification bell. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.